My wife and I started The Guardian 1966, and we literally created this event about 25, 26 years ago.
Wow.
There are all these artists in all these fields that are working away for very little money and not a lot of recognition, but they have talent.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd try to give them a little bit of recognition and a little push.
With all the noise on the internet and so on, it still matters when an organization like the Bay Guardian comes in and recognizes artists, because it's instant, assistance.
We hope so, because you cannot replace the local newspaper. I've been covering journalism events here for 46 years.
Yeah.
And I almost never see anybody from a website at a press conference or at City Hall. They're all home in their pajamas on the web somewhere.
I know, yeah.
Basically commenting on what real journalists do.
Yeah, and I think the pendulum swinging back. People are so sick of the noise on the internet that I think the pendulum's going to swing back towards local. And really, what has changed and what is the same relative to when you started?
Well, in 1966, there was the Examiner Chronicle in a joint operating agreement. And then there were a lot of small little neighborhoods papers. In other words, there's a lot of print.
Yeah.
And you'd go to a corner, a huge 15, 20, 30 news racks.
Wow.
All kinds of stuff. That was very exciting. The problem was that there was too much print to be supported by the advertising in the community. I mean, everybody needs to get some revenue. The problem is how do you get the money to finance your habits? See, and that's always been the problem. But we do this not knowing whether we're getting ads or not, because it's worthwhile. I mean, you saw tonight all the energy here, and this has happened every year.
There's so much noise on the internet. People are forwarding Twitter articles without even reading them. Everybody thinks it's a tabloid to sell advertising, and you need a little bit of the old system back.
Well, I have a blog.
Yeah.
The almost famous Bruce blog, which is on the Guardian website.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of fun doing it. And I've got this huge mass of stuff after all these years.
Yeah.
And it's like a library, except anybody can access it. So there is some value. The trick is to be a newspaper and continue to keep the values of the newspaper.
Yeah.
But put certain things up online so you compete and you extend the values of the newspaper into this medium. It's not easy. I mean, we're all experimenting with it.
I think that most of what we do that matters, we cannot measure the results, but we keep doing it anyway.
Well, online they measure you.
Yeah.
Because they measure the clicks.
They're measuring the clicks, but you know something? I think the blogging that we do, the blogging that you do, you probably influence more people than you even know.
Probably so.
Words of wisdom to the people, young people.
It's the newspaper's duty to print the news and raise hell for good causes. And you can have an impact, whether you're on a newspaper or not, in your civic group, how you vote, on a blog. It's very easy to do that now. What I try to instill in everybody at The Guardian, everybody who worked, from the driver to the ad person to the City Hall reporter, was if you worked for The Guardian, you were doing something that mattered.
Yeah.
And it mattered in the community, it mattered on the issues, it mattered on everything. And so, even though they weren't paid that much, I think they did feel that they were doing something really worthwhile.
A lot of us take it for granted for the importance of the media and the newspapers.
Well, thank you. I much appreciate that.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Bruce. All right.